Welcome to part 6 of the data analysis and dashboard building using Microsoft Excel. In this Excel worksheet, raw data worksheet has sales record of Oregon company from July 1, 2021 to June 30, 2022. This is the raw data worksheet, and it has couple of columns like date, SKU, product name, quantity, unit price, revenue, size, and so on. So our today's task is calculate total cost for each product type, sort products by cost, calculate percentage of cost by product, calculate a cumulative percentage of cost by product, and finally create a pivot pie chart for different types of product. In order to do that, we will have to create a pivot table first. So what we will do is we will go to raw data, select all the columns. Although we only need the cost information, but we will just select all the columns, because when you are in practical life, when you are creating pivot tables or creating dashboard, you just don't need one information. You usually need all different types of information. That's why it's better to get into the habit of selecting all the relevant columns. So we will select all the columns, go to pivot table, and we want this in the existing worksheet right below our questions. So we will click this button, go to dashboard, and right below our question we will place the pivot table. Click OK, and this is our empty pivot table. Now what we will do, we will drag the product name into rows. Now we have all the product names. We will rename this as product names, and then we will drag the total cost here. And this is now, this one is in count. We don't want count, we want sum, right? Count meaning how many lines are there for total cost. We don't know, we want to know the actual total cost, sum of total cost. Now this one is empty. The reason if we go to raw data, we will see that this total cost is empty, right? However, we have the unit cost here, and we have how many quantities we sold here. So all we need to do is click equals, select this one, and click on star, and then click the unit cost. This will give us, for this line only, this will give us total cost. And if we double click on this plus sign, it's going to fill all the way down. And the way we can check, if we click on Control Shift and down arrow, we will see that all the way down we have this information, right? So that's how we can verify. Now let's go back to the dashboard, right click and refresh the pivot table. Now you can see we have all the information here, right? However, we want it's the cost information, so we want this in dollar format. The way we will do it is, we are going to click here, click on value field settings, go to number format, and then click on currency, right? And we don't need the decimals, so this will be 0. Click on OK, and this way when we select this, we will get all in currency. Next task is to sort products by cost. This is our next question. So we are going to right click here, go to sort, and sort largest to smallest. So jackets and coats are our most expensive one, suits and blazers our next one. That's what we can see, right? And so on. And socks are our least expensive one. Now it is not really giving us any context. So what we will do, we need to answer the next question, calculate percentage of cost by product. So what we will do, we will drag the total cost here, and now we want, so this one was the dollar, and now we want this in a percentage. The way we will do is right click, show value as percentage of grand total, and now we can see. So what this 11 million mean? It means 28% of our total cost. Almost 1/3 cost is coming from jackets and coats. The next is suits and blazers. Now if you want to look at clusters, we want to answer the next question, which is calculate cumulative percentage of cost by product. So we need to see the cumulative percentage. The way we will do it is drag the total cost from here to here again. So this one is going to be cumulative percentage. So right click, show value as. Now we need to see select running total, percentage of running total. Now when we click percentage of running total, we can see the percentage. So first one is the same, right? But now we can see that the top 3 products of the 17 products covers more than close to 55% of the total cost, and these first 7 products accounts for 80% of the total cost. Now in chunks or in clusters, we have some kind of understanding that which product is the highest contributor of costs. Now we want to see the we want to create a chart, a pivot chart. So because charting really helps us to like visually see data, and our requirement is to create a pie chart. In order to create a pivot chart, what we will do, we will click on the pivot table like this. We have the pivot table analyze. We will go to pivot table analyze, and here you will see the option of pivot chart. We will click here, and then we have all the different chart options. Our requirement is to create a pie chart, so we will click here and click on pie chart. Now Excel is giving us all the different values already, right? But we don't see anything here, any values here. So what we will do is we will click here, go to design, add chart element, click on data label, and we want to see all the everything outside, right? And you can expand this one like this and see more information. But this value is really cumbersome, like 11 million. You generally when we are creating pie chart, we are trying to understand the different proportions of it, right? So what we will do, we want to see only the percentage. The way you can do that is when you click here, like everything is selected, all the values are selected. Now you will see a chart options here, label options. So go here and you will see label options. So click this one, and then in the label options you will see value, percentage, these two, right? So we don't want to see values, we want to see percentage. So this is our percentage, right? And then we can just drag this one here and have the percentage. For some people, looking at the chart and then matching with the color may become difficult. So in that case, what you can do is just click here and then click on this icon, and then click here, show category name, right? So now you can see all the category names with these ones. So but if you look at this area, this is very cumbersome, right? This is overlapping. So you have the option to adjust the chart size. You can make it bigger, make it So you have the option to adjust chart size. Your second option is to move the chart to a completely different sheet. So new sheet, click on OK. When you come to the new sheet, you have more option, but it is still overlapping, right? So in that case, you can just manually adjust like this, and Excel will automatically connect with the right color. This way. So this way you can have more visibility, but manually further extending the labels. You can play around with pivot table, pivot chart. For example, you can go to design again and create. So above chart you can create the title, and you can put whatever title you want to put, like this is the total cost dollar. So this is your title. So you can play around with pivot chart. This was a very basic introduction to pivot chart. If you want, you can further play around. You can change the chart type, and in the future videos we will see how to create more pivotable pivot chart and how to manipulate different elements to get more visual information and to continue to build the dashboard. So that is all for today. I hope you like the video. If you want to continue watching the video series, please subscribe and follow me.